Hello, I'm Ziggy Mkiza and welcome to Career Connect, the show where we're keeping you up to date on what you should expect as a graduate trying to blaze your trail in the corporate world. Today's show will be speaking about having a vision board. So my guests are going to be telling me a little bit about their vision boards and why it's so important. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Ziggy, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me. Please introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about what you do.
Ladies first.
Oh, wow. My name is Lilian Bususu, and I work for the Independent Institute of Education, which is a private higher education institution operating within 20 sites, offering, from your certificates to, master's programs, and we're accredited with the Department of Higher Education. And basically, my job is to oversee the work readiness programs of graduates to see that they are aligned with what industry is actually looking for, and to make sure that our graduates who come out of our institutions have the skills, the knowledge, the soft skills that employers are actually saying that is what is lacking within young people that are coming out of, higher education institutions.
Fantastic.
I'm Adrian Song. I'm just graduated as a graphic designer, and I'm currently working as a graphic designer.
That's pretty cool. So that's like, sounds like passion, like you got to do what you really love to do. Yeah. That's amazing. So I just want to know from the two of you, do you have vision boards?
Definitely. Definitely I do have. I mean, you must understand where I operate from in terms of I'm the one who actually makes sure that our young people do have a vision board. So it's very important for me to have one, so that I'm able to achieve my goals as well.
So for those watching who have no idea what a vision board is, please enlighten us.
I think we need to start clarifying what a vision is before we even go to the vision board. Vision is, those dreams, those goals that you'd like to achieve. Obviously, when you're a young person, there are so many things that you want to achieve, and you can see them, somewhere, in the distance. But when you have a vision board, it's then where you are actually putting everything together, to bring it closer so that you can look at it all the time so that you can, attain what you want to achieve in the long term.
So how elaborate can these goals be? For example, if I want to meet the president of some country, is that something I can put on my vision board?
Oh, yes, definitely. You see, it's like a map, if I may put it that way. It's a map. It's something that you put out there. It's very visual. You can visualize it. It's there. It's something that you see every day. So, for instance, you want to see the president of whatever country that you want to see. You can actually put his picture there, and you can make it so graphic, so that it makes sense to you. You can make it very intense, because this is something that you have not yet acquired, but you want to acquire it in the near future. So what you do is you make it intense. You affirm yourself every day that definitely one day I'm going to see this man. You can even speak to him that,
okay, I'm going to see you. That's so cool. So how many pictures can you have on a vision board? Is there such a thing as doing too much?
No, there's nothing as doing. But I think one thing that I want to mention is that they need to be realistic. Sure. Very realistic. But you can put as much as you want. There's the bigger picture of what we want to attain. But I think the realism is what we need to achieve now. So, for instance, he's a new graduate. Obviously, he's coming into the market, into the industry now. So what he puts is maybe he wants to be, the manager of that company wherever he's working. So he starts putting that. That's his current goal that he wants to achieve. But obviously, at the end of the day, he has that bigger goal where he maybe wants to get married to a beautiful woman like you, Nsiki, and then he puts that picture there. He maybe wants to have, 3 children, 5 children. Then he puts those pictures there. So that's a long-term goals that he puts right at the top. But the ones that he needs, the short-term ones, he needs to put them, where he visualizes them every day at work. When he wakes up in the morning, they are in the mirror. And, as he wakes up, he actually sees them and he affirms himself that this is what I want to achieve. Yeah. So it's long-term and then your short-term goals.
Fantastic.
Can I just ask, because I know the way technology is these days, a lot of people would put their dreams or something that they aspire towards on their cell phones as like a wallpaper, or a profile picture.
Yeah, that's where my vision board is. It's the wallpaper on my phone.
Does that still count as
Oh,
well?
yes, it does. Okay. It does. Because, I mean, you use your phone every day. Yeah. So, and I think it's even better to put it, on your phone with technology. You can see it all the time. And sometimes when things are not going your way, you just look at that board and it motivates you. It,
keeps you going.
Inspires.
So, Eddie, for yourself as a young person, would a vision board actually keep you inspired to go for your goals?
I honestly think it would, because as a graphic designer, I'm very visual. So if I see a certain image, it makes me feel a certain type of way. And if I see something that I'm aspiring to, it will give me that extra motivation.
So at the moment as a young person, how do you go about setting the goals for your life and sort of visualizing what your next steps are?
I feel I'm still young at the moment, so a lot of the time things happen spontaneously. Sure. But in terms of long-term goals, I haven't really, like Lilian said, I haven't really put things visually with images, but I have, to some extent, tried to set goals using mental notes, if that counts, which isn't really helping as much as Lina said when you visually see it.
All the time.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what is the science behind a vision board? Is it the seeing it every day that makes it eventually come to life? Or, because I mean, I can imagine you can have pictures there but never do anything towards achieving them.
I think, working in the space of young people, you find that young people want to be successful, but it's in a distance. They don't understand that, I need to make it work for myself. I need to make it happen now, and it's now, and it's me that has to make it happen. So it's important that, they actually put their vision board where they can actually get it every day, because whilst they want to be successful, but as long as you don't put it, as long as you don't write it somewhere, as long, like he says, he affirms himself through words, that's still okay. But I think when you visualize it, because it's a vision board, it's something that you actually put somewhere where you can actually see it every day. So it's important to understand that whilst you want to be successful, but there's a whole lot of things that you need to do to get to actually attain what you have put on your vision board, whether it's in writing or whether it's really visual, in terms of graphics and that type of a thing. But you need to understand that there's a whole lot of things that you need to do, because it's okay to just put it there and you sit and nothing happens. So you need to understand as a young person, Adrian, that yes, you can put your goals there, but there's a whole lot of things that you need to, like self-leadership, you need to understand that you need to be self-led, to be able to be motivated, to be able to actually attain your goals.
So when you're working with young graduates and preparing them for the world, how do you get them to start visualizing and also start visualizing within the line of the work that they're doing and what is actually applicable in their lives? So I imagine as a young person, you see your friends and then you find it a little difficult to want what you want instead of looking at your friends and going, oh, I also want that.
Young people, I think their mistake is that they don't put anything down. So what you want to achieve, for instance, like Adrian wants to achieve something within this year, you need to actually put it in this year that I want to attain A, B, C, D. You put it there. And then from that year, you actually chunk it in 90 days. That in 90 days, this is what I want to achieve. Then you go to the next 90 days, then you go to the next 90 days. So it's very important to understand that in as much as you may have put your goals down, but you need to have the ability to actually attain what you want by what you do every day. So it's an accumulation of understanding that I need to achieve that and this is what I need to do. And obviously there's a whole lot of other people that can actually help you, your peers, your mentors, if you do have mentors, your bosses at work, they can help you as long as you have actually told them that this is what I would like to achieve as far as my vision board is concerned.
So for somebody who's not creative at all and they have no idea about how they would start creating a vision board, is there a practical structure on how to set up the images on your vision board?
I don't think it needs rocket science, eh? I mean, if I want a big car, like right now, I want to buy this big car, but it's expensive and obviously I can't afford it now. So what I've done is I've looked for pictures. There's so many pictures that you can get on the net, and I've put it in, on my mirrors in my bedroom, in my wardrobe. So, and if I see someone driving it, I say, I'm going to drive you one day. That's what I do. So you don't have to be, like a graphic designer. You don't have to be a person who you just need to understand what you want, and trust me, Nsiki, if you know what you want, you will get the visuals to actually put it on your vision board.
Fantastic. This is very exciting. And I want to chat more a bit about, how do you get your vision board to translate into your career, to translate into practical things in your everyday life. So we're going to chat a little bit about that after the break.
Okay, thank you.
We're taking a short break, but do stay tuned into Career Connect to find out more about a vision board and how you can use it to realize your goals.